Lorenzo Micheli.
And I am Matteo, Mela, I think.
We are a solo duo, and we are going to play tonight in Austin at the United Methodist Church, and it's a great pleasure to be here again, and we're looking forward to seeing you.
Yeah, thank you very much for being here and for having us.
Hi, I'm Adriana. I'm a junior at Travis High School, and I'm here with SoloDuo. I'm very, very happy to meet them, and I'm going to be asking a few questions for them today. All right. So I guess a basic question is, when did you two start playing?
I started when I was when I was about 11, 12 years old, and I picked up the guitar on my own because we had a guitar at home and played a few chords, and then next year I started taking classical guitar lessons, and I went right away to music school, where I stayed for about 10 years.
Okay.
And I started when I was about 7, 8, and my father was playing very little bit guitar, and so we had a guitar at home, and I was really, at that time, crazy for the Beatles, and just wanted to play guitar, and then I haven't stopped since then. And we started playing together in about 10 years ago. Let's say we did the chamber music project a little bit before this, and then around 2001, 2002, and then our first concert as a duo was in 2004, so less than 10 years.
So when you get a new piece of music, what's the first thing you do? How do you tackle it?
The first thing we do is just we play through it. We try to understand if the piece is good for us, if we have the right energy, if it's the sound we want, and I would say that we just play through it and try to understand what's going on.
Unless it's a piece that there are pieces that we decide to play, but that we have known for a long time. So there are pieces that we already know, even before actually playing them, and there are pieces that are like complete discoveries. So it's like discovering a new land or a new country. So it changes from according to what we're playing. And then one of the first things that we do also is thinking of the way the two guitars are used or handled, and we try to make sure that there is enough concertation. So we split the guitar, we divide the parts, and we work a little bit on the text so that we can make it more suitable for the guitar duo.
Yeah, if there's good balance between two guitars, or if it's too boring for one of us. But I would say that, the first run through, it's quite important, because often we decide to play something and then we really play it, and we say, no, this is not
we
for
really
us.
dislike it.
It's not our cup of tea.
Okay.
So, yeah.
The day of the performance, how do you prepare mentally, physically?
That's a good question. You mean like today?
Yeah,
For example.
We do
interviews.
Yeah.
Right, we do interviews usually before.
Interviews, TV in the morning.
TV in the morning? No. Well, obviously, I mean, the very, very simple trick is you try not to practice and not to make physical efforts on the day of the performance.
Not to get tired.
You don't have to get tired. So
Yeah.
usually you let your hands and your fingers rest normally. Whereas your mind is probably constantly busy. The mind is kind of running in the background and thinking of the music that you're gonna play.
Yeah.
But there's not a routine, because it also a lot of times you happen to be traveling the day of the concert, so that's a completely different experience.
Yeah, ideally we take a nap in the afternoon, not too long, because otherwise you even more tired. I used to do some yoga the day of the concert, but then I was too relaxed. It was not good. It was too slow. It's also important to keep some adrenaline alive. So probably at first, when you don't have a lot of experience, it's difficult to handle it.
Yeah.
But I would say that it's important to know that it's a way you start. It doesn't have to be perfect at the beginning. You need to learn how to handle it. But the adrenaline is a very important part of the excitement, of the music, of the energy. And so that's why I don't do the yoga anymore. What we might do is just very light tuning and playing in the morning, and then just relax, listening some music. This is something I do. That's all.
Okay. What have you noticed when playing in different places, like different countries? Like, have you noticed any differences, audience?
We have,
yeah.
yes. Well, it's hard, we don't want to say that different countries and different people from different countries have different attitudes when they're listening to classical music, but there are certain differences that you can notice. Some people have a different way of listening to the music. People have different reactions, and it's also very hard to tell. There are differences, even just connected to the venue we were playing, that particular day. The weather. It's amazing how the perception of the same music can change according to where you are, what people you have in front of you, and a number of other reasons. We basically repeat the same program for 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 concerts in a row, but every time it's a unique experience. It's an experience of its own.
Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it changes even in the same country. For example, in Italy, from the north and the south, it can change a lot. But also, depending on the venue, if it's a chamber music venue, if it's a guitar venue, there are a lot of differences. In general, I would say that the big difference between Europe, Central Europe, Italy, Switzerland, is that compared to the US, is that we do less talking in Italy. People seem to enjoy a little bit less the talking, and especially the funny talking. Well, here the people seem to be more relaxed and to enjoy the entertainment. Sometimes it's part of the concerts. In our country, it doesn't really work. If you say a little joke, a little funny thing, often people would not laugh. They would not get it.
Because they're not expecting you.
Yeah, you to play, just do your. So it's kind of This I would say is the biggest difference. But in the US, the audience is very, very warm.
They're usually
very warm, very excited, and it's beautiful playing here. Yeah, they are not afraid of being a little bit noisier when they clap, when they applause. It's very sometimes in Europe there is this tradition. Just the ritual of the classical music that has always to be sort of with a form. So it's nice.
It changes
also,
time.
It's also very beautiful to play in the eastern countries. Lorenzo is going to Russia in a week, and the people it's also very enthusiastic, and you have a lot of young people in the audience. So it's really different from place to another.
Yeah.